ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, let's take a look at the rosters and draft for this second game in the MLL Week 1 last matchup between Leviathan and Fate. Can you give us the whole draft here on Leviathan's side, Riddick?
Ladies and gentlemen, on the side of Leviathan, we have the sorry, my bad. We got Furia, Victor, Inara, Kinessa, and Fernando. I'm really glad we got to see the Kinessa. I was expecting that to see that on Frozen Guard, just some sniper battles out here.
Definitely, and they banned actually both Torvald and Makoa. What do you think about that when we think about this map will be Frozen Guard?
Well, if we just take a look right now, Makoa's a great champion, and Torvald basically imbalances everything he touches. There's no champion in the game that's supposed to be running around with an extra 2,000 health and 40% extra damage. Like Androxus is not meant to be a tank that can kill you in 2 shots. So Torvald is always a good ban, and Makoa, just the hook, the dredge anchor. If you can hook someone, they should die. That's just how it is. So no insta-kill abilities that are on 7-second cooldowns. Thank you very much. And that's what Leviathan are being very safe about right now. They don't want that on such a long map that they have to push through. You need every pick you can. So I'm expecting somewhat of a slower game, a slow pace. We're not going to see many people popping off as we did in the previous game. There's just a longer push. People need to be more conservative with their champions.
True. Over on the other side, on Fate, they chose to ban out the Cassie and the Khan while picking Ashe, Leon, Ying, Tyra, and Strix. My man, this is the first time where I've enjoyed a single tank composition. Are you insane? Yes. 2 hit scan, make that 3, put on a Ying that can burst heal, and an Ashe that can control the point. What a brilliant draft Thunder said. I am in love with that draft.
I'm loving it. I really am, especially with the Fortress Breaker Ashe. Okay, just think about that. Fortress Breaker Ashe is the point tank. She's basically Barrack, but kind of better because of spiky walls and big muscles.
It's Barrack, but different.
It's Barrack, but different. And that I think we're going to see that now. We're going to see an Ashe that sits on point, can do a bit of browsing. She is the only blaster for her team, and she needs to make good use of that. I think she's going to be spreading Cauterize from her point sustain and get the Ying on there so she can start bruising off. But remember, you are playing against Leviathan. They are running a double tank comp that they're really comfortable with. They like their Inara. They like their aggressive Fernando. Like iQuack, I bet you iQuack is going to play a Fernando here. He's going to play the aggressive tank. He likes his aggressive tank. And we saw the last match, his Makoa was just popping off.
That definitely, like, he was off the rails on that specific champion. But before we are going to sync up, let's just remind all of y'all of the point system. This is a best of 2 set, which doesn't mean that if you win a game, you won. It means 2 games. Best of 2 games. And if you win a 2-0 set, you get 3 legacy points. If you lose, get a 0-2 set, you get 1 legacy point. And if it's a draw, which means that both of you got a game done, both of you will get 2 legacy points. My name is WolfieGG, and your co-caster here is ridiculously average. We're just gonna sync up and get ready for the last game of today's Legacy League. Thank you so much for watching and being part of the debut of this very league.
Don't go anywhere, guys. It's gonna be a good one.
Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, it's time for the last game of today's MLL tournament here with Fate versus Leviathan. Let's go through to the rosters. On the side of Leviathan, we have Lord Pleb on the Solar Blessing Furia, Tyrant on the Burst Mode Victor, Daljet on the Mother's Grace Inara, Nauke on the Eagle Eye Kinessa, and I quack like a duck on Discord's Fernando.
Life Exchange Ying for Chubby Plum, the dedicated healer. Unauthorized use for Slashwine on the Strix. Death and Taxes for Leon. Lentry going to be playing that one. Fortress Breaker, Androminus, Ashe. Synonymous all around and blocks it with the Hunting Party, Tyra.
First blood.
The first blood is already happening a millisecond after the game starts, with Nauke getting a hold onto Lentry. Now Leviathan is on a good run. They have Andromeus where they want him. The teleporter is doing his worth. Like, that was every penny worth, just going with the teleporter and saving himself from getting knocked out. This is definitely one more time with Inara sitting on the point.
This is something I'm really curious to see. I want to see how Tired plays on this Victor. He's going to be playing a bit of a sit-back Victor that he can just chill with, but it's a lot more mobility as opposed to Vivian. As we saw the Vivian play last night was key to Leviathan's strategy. Just that oppressive fire that consistently happened. Now we're seeing a more mobile Tired. He's looking for the Ashe. He wants to get it, but he's not going too far as to overextend into their backline. And that's what we're seeing right now. Fate do not have this point. Leviathan already starting this push hard. I mean, them snipes are coming through hard. Nauke is making this push happen for his team. He's enabling everyone to start pushing in. He's basically being a damage flank. That's what we're seeing without even moving.
A sniper flank, that's a new one. But it seems to be in their favor and work for them, as I Quack Like a Dog is on the point, trying to give a little bit of pressure onto the payload, while we see those very essential grenades being pulled off here by Tired. Really making use of the damage output he can deal.
At the moment, we start seeing Fate's defense as they come through. They're really, really well structured here. Tyra is on the low ground, but she's contesting the Inara really, really well. She's throwing her firebombs out, controlling the area. I would like her to get on the high ground where it's a little bit better, but she's got great zoning potential right now. She's pushing everyone back, and Leviathan are down, man. Iquack going down. Lentry with a double kill. Beautifully done. And that's a killing spree for Nauke. Sorry, that's a killing spree for Lentry. Double kills, ladies and gentlemen. That's a delayed quad.
Oh my, it's a double! And right now that is going to be a reset happening here for Leviathan, which was a very nice effort here from Fate. They're doing it again. They're showing that they are a wall they cannot break. And like, in my opinion, I think they're playing their cards right, but they should be more aggressive and not stay here in the backline, because right now Leviathan is back at it again with another assault.
Yeah, as I was saying, Leviathan do have the ability to be aggressive right now, and that's not something you want to allow them to do. Like I said, Kinessa is playing the role of flank. Not in the sense that she's flanking, but she's getting the picks that are important. She's picking people off, and that's allowing Fate to push in. You can't have that. That's the allowing Violet to push in. As Fate, you can't have that. You need to get Kinessa out of the pick. As Headhunter gets popped right now, she's going to be doing a ton of damage. Lentry needs to make a plan, but he's going to be shut down by Nauke.
9 seconds left on the payload push, and Andromeus is all by himself. And going down just the same. Leviathan converts successfully. A 2-0 for the big beast from the sea.
I like how Ashe just wants to fight all the time, but Leviathan's just like, no fam, we pacifists, no fighting today.
No fighting today, only the points.
As I said, they lost that quite simply because they weren't able to deal with Kinessa. Strix is not popping off, he's not dealing with the sniper. They're not having a sniper battle we saw earlier on Frog Isle. They need to deal with this champion some way. Once that's done, you got the Victor damage to worry about, and you got a bit of a flank Nando on your hands. But Kinessa is the big game changer here. She is picking off more people than Fate can handle. And Fate, they do have 2, 3, and 4 on the damage shots, but Kinessa is on top. She's just doing her job.
That is a sniper in its finest form. And that's what you need when you pick a Kinessa. You expect somebody to actually, like, the player has to be good at aiming and getting those flicks off. And he has done so all game. Nauke also doing really well on the Androxus last game. But right now, Bloxer is in trouble. He is getting hunted by Iquack Like a Dog. And he is so low right now. He will definitely go down if he's not playing his cards right, and he actually does play his cards right, getting fully healed before and actually getting Iquack. Wow, the tubes.
There. The tubes, man. Fernando, Iquack was really trying to look for that Tyro, but unfortunately not going to happen. Fate now on the offensive. Leviathan go down to a 3v1, and it looks like Fate's going to be able to get this chip capture. Ashe sitting pretty on the point. She's going to sit there and wait. Lentry looking a little low, but it's not bad. Fate were able to pick that off. They got rid of the Kinessa, and they started pushing it. And that's how they managed to capture this objective so cleanly. Well done to Fate as they start this push 2-1.
See, this is what I like to see. They actually aggressed onto Dalgid immediately. Like immediately. There was no wait. It was just like, get that Inara, move on. And as you can see right here, the whole side of Fate are moving on. They don't want to wait too long, because if they do, they might just be attacked from behind. Dalgid though, and Lord Pleb works together and gets Lentry though.
Andromeda looking a little low, looking a little worse for wear, having to pull back, just getting a little bit of healing. She can't go down. She's the only tech for her team. Getting pressed on by Dalgid. Dalgid's looking really strong right now. Ash might go down. Andromeda doesn't have anywhere to run. That's going to be end for that. Tyre getting a nice clean double, ladies and gentlemen. Nalke following it up with a pick onto Chubby Plum, and Leviathan coming back strong. They have that Stigala still up, and they do have the Ganessa. This is a bad combo for them to have to deal with, ladies and gentlemen.
With only 1 minute and 20 seconds of the payload push, they need to pull themselves together over on Fate, because they had the good aggression before, but they seem kind of frazzled right now, and that is not a good situation for them, as Dalgid goes into the fray, trying to control the Andromedas here. Really essential plays here from Dalgid, really making sure that his team is safe and sound while the enemy is aggressed upon. But it doesn't matter. We have Slash on the block, sir.
Yeah, they do that. That's incredible damage coming from the Fate side. But I like that move from Dalgid. He basically, like, Ashe is a very mobile tank. She can get in and out of point fights really, really quickly. So being able to block her off like that with an impulse and then just deal with her, that's a good strat. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off for Dalgid. He gets taken down, which is a good point. And Fate are now back on the offensive. They need this aggression to win this fight. As the Illusory Rift gets past, this could be a big game changer. This could allow them to get this point through. This is big.
I Quack Like a Dog on the top, trying to control the field, while Fate is on the bottom, trying their best to push this in and get a conversion, because if they can get it to a 2-2, it will be much easier for them for the next round. But there's only 10 seconds left of their push, and they need to pull it up, and Lord Pleb goes down, but it doesn't matter. It's a 2-for-2. Make that a 4-for-2.
Fate are still on the offensive right now. They do have 4 members up there regrouping. Leviathan are looking a little staggered, but they have the opportunity to get rid of. Strix is still waiting for these shots. Slashwine a little out in the open, looking for their sniper on Victor. He's just not getting it. Victor is doing so much right now. Tired, making this champion work for him. He's only on 19 HP though. He's going to need that Furious healing. Gets him right back at full HP, no problem. Lentry with the Enlightenment, not enough. Tired dodge at the Dukes, but he still goes down. Leviathan are looking weak as Fate push into them. Even with Lentry gone, they can make this happen. They have Ashe. She's great at getting that point fight done. She's great at getting an objective push. Just a little bit of knockback and she can make it count.
Dalgid right now trying to cover Andromedas, and it does look to be the case. All of Fate Esports goes down, and that's a defense for Leviathan. Oh my lord, how can they turn this around with 4 ults on each side, where we honestly have one of the strongest ults in the game, Immortal, and one of the other strongest ults in the game, Inflame, available? What do you think? Because in my opinion, that seems very grim for Fate Esports.
I'm seeing an Inflame into a Barrage, and then maybe a Seismic Crash before the Barrage. Just a massive combo coming out, deleting the Ashe, unless you can get Assert Dominance off. Immortal will be there to maybe stall out the point, but I don't think Leviathan are going to need it right now. Fate failed to push that point through. They really needed it. Now they're at a 3-1 disadvantage, and we've seen this before. Leviathan do have amazing ults. All we've got right now is Tyrus, we've got the Flashbang, we've got the Illusory Rift, and we've got the Assert Dominance. And all in all, those are great sustain ults, but they're not all that impactful in terms of a point fight. Illusory Rift already popped, Assert Dominance soon to follow. Barrage gets failed out, and Tyred's getting sent back to the base by Andromedas.
Blocks her right now, trying to cover I Quack Like a Dog as his Immortal gets activated. She's just waiting for an opportunity to throw that grenade down, and he does indeed. Now, with Dalgid very low on the point, Fate Esports takes all control over the point, and now with their comeback mechanic, it should be a matter of time before another capture goes into their hands.
Once again, we saw that Dalgid just be able to get on point before Fate was even able to respond. 63% on the objective, no contest, and only now Fate is back there. They don't have the Ying. Ying's gone. Now K being able to pick that off. The Ganessa's still around, and this is a problem. She's got a Headhunter now, and a Seismic Crash available to combo with. This could be very, very bad. I Quack Like a Duck looking for some things. As the Seismic Crash comes out, followed by the Headhunter, ladies and gentlemen, this is very, very bad for Fate as a double kill comes out for I Quack.
Bam, bam, bamboozled. That's what I can say about Leviathan. They bamboozled their opponents, and they did so once again. Leviathan Esports takes this victory, which results in the set being won by the Beast from the Sea.
Oh man. Once again, it was just a case of them not being able to deal with the Inara fast enough. Like, Tyra had a firebomb up, she should have just immediately tossed it onto the point. Like, the second it came up. She shouldn't have even looked. She should just say, okay, cool, I know there's going to be a stone monster there. I know she's going to be chilling on point. Let me zone her out. Because there's no way Inara is going to willy-nilly sit in that fire. There's no way it's going to happen. But she didn't take that zoning opportunity. She didn't think to do that. And it cost Fate that game. If they just paid a little more attention to Dalgid, and it would have been so easy. As GJ said, it's about getting that stone monster off the point.
Yeah, Jay, again, what do you say?
All right, Fate, both teams are great, but Fate screwed up massively on that game. And like I was just saying in chat, I was having a conversation with some of these guys. Fate came off of the actual point when they had that I forgot the name of it now. Comeback mechanic. No, you never come. If you've got comeback mechanic, you do not come off of that point ever. 3 seconds.
You are stuck to it like glue.
You stick to it like glue. They came off of it, and it cost them massively. But again, and I think Fate know this. I don't need to tell them that. But again, this is to everybody. You cannot allow an Inara just to sit there. Your attention has to, even if it's just for a little while, just turn around, shoot at her, get her off the point.
Yeah, just get her off, because you can't just let them go like this. That is so detrimental to your victory, like to getting a victory. That is controlling the point. It's the main objective of the game.
I mean, Chubby got so the way it looks to us, I'm just being told by the team that Chubby got sniped, and it was them coming off the point. Yeah. So my question is then, okay, you know they've got a Kinessa, but yet you don't play LOS when you're zoning out. There's a big stone wall that you can literally stand at and cap. There is no excuse.
I think that was once again just map advantage right now. We don't see a lot of play on this map right now, and so you don't exactly always know where the line of sight advantages are.
No, hold on. Let me stop you.
What I'm saying, yeah.
Every player in this league knows where the LOS line of sights are.
Yeah.
Every single player. Let me just
what
stop.
I'm saying though, GJ,
first and foremost, they do. Yeah. Trust me, they really do.
I know. What I'm saying is, like, on a map like Jag Falls and Frog Isle, the map's not a common to play on. It's instinctive. It's second nature to use a line of sight advantage. On a map that you're not used to playing on, it's not second nature. You have to consciously think about line of sight. It doesn't just come to you naturally.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's a disadvantage there, and that's where that fringe pick of Frozen Guard really came to Leviathan's advantage. They knew how to play the map. It felt second nature to them, and they pulled away with it.
Right. Wuffy, I do believe actually, you know what? No. Right, ladies and gents, we are actually done for the evening. That's all the games that have been played. But before we go, remember, check out all our social media links below. Make sure you follow them. We are giving away a Razor Death Adder. All you have to do is be following. One random winner will be chosen week 7 before we go into the playoffs for it. In fact, we'll probably do a, what do you call those giveaway things they do on the Twitter?
Oh, a Gleam.
We'll do a Gleam. We've got actually so many giveaways, just for the record. Like, we've got a plushie Makoa. Yes, I know. Everybody wants it. We've got a Razor Death Adder. Gaming mouse thingy-me-jiggy. It's really nice. I've got one of them over here, but we've got that. We've got some Razor Goliath mouse pads to give away. We've got some in-game skins to give away. And there is another mouse that I've forgotten the name of. But yeah, that's on this one. Make sure you are following the channel, follow the Twitter, and of course, subscribe to the YouTube. All the links can be found below the stream. Make sure you check it out. But Wuffy, that is the end of the stream. But go ahead and bring up the leaderboard for me.